WonkaVision was canceled after 3 episodes. Critics found the whole white radiation suit shtick creepy, and the New York Post complained of empty calories. Not all of the criticism was negative. Roger Ebert opined that it deserved better reception.
Ever hear that someone went ballistic? Does that mean they steered the conversation to projectile flight calculations? They got all sciency and went to work for a weapons contractor. Wouldn't something like went explosive make more sense?
Which of these sought after 45s was sold in 2010 for $4,000? A. Her Majesty by the Beatles. B. Flush from the Bathroom of Your Heart by Johnny Cash. C. Memory Lane by the Band of Joy. Or D. You Can't Roller Skate in a Buffalo Herd by Roger Miller.
Licking the wallpaper during work breaks was found hugely unsanitary by the Health and Safety Commission. Not to mention, none of the auditors could figure out what a snozberry was.
This is the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast.
Well, here we are. Episode 27. This is going to be a good one, too. This band is right up our alley. You guys are going to love them.
If you haven't discovered them already, be prepared for a treat.
Yes, absolutely.
I love a band that is so real to who they are.
Mm-hmm.
They come dressed as who they are. How many times have we had a band where they put out a persona and they show up for the interview
In their car.
in their car, in their Costco uniform? I appreciate a band who's consistent.
The Domino's uniform.
And that means, guess what? They're real. It's not just an act.
Right. I watched an exorbitant amount of Willy Wonka this week. And thus, let's kick it off with this.
The Candyman Can't. There is a reason why the sequels of Willy Wonka don't cover what happened after Charlie Bucket took over the factory. After Wonka retired, he tried to take the company public, and it was a disaster on every level.
First off, investment bankers felt that his all-male workforce, consisting of Oompa Loompas, flew in the face of diversity. Investment bankers wanted to see people of color that were more shades than just orange.
One consultant suggested the Oompa Loompas should unionize, which they misinterpreted as doing impromptu cartwheels and hugging during lunch breaks.
Ads for factory workers were placed in CareerBuilder and ZipRecruiter, but didn't get a lot of responses, especially the requirement workers must have experience with Six Sigma, lockout tagout protocol, and singing songs about gum chewing. WonkaVision was canceled after 3 episodes. Critics found the whole white radiation suit shtick creepy, and the New York Post complained of empty calories. Not all of the criticism was negative. Roger Ebert opined that it deserved better reception.
I heard the white radiation suits were soon picked up by Goodalex. Consultants expressed concern over transportation within the plant, suggesting a modern conveyor system to replace the current model of horrific psychedelic boat rides, trans-spewing carbonation, and elevators that shot through the roof. The negotiation techniques Wonka taught him were hit or miss. When Domino Sugar Sales team tried to impose a price increase, he countered with phrases like, "Nil desperandum, my dear friends," and "I'm a little deaf in this ear. Speak a little louder next time."
When they threatened to walk out, he simply rolled his eyes and muttered, "Wait, stop, don't." Written contracts became especially problematic, and his insistence on memo bis punitor delicatum turned into a deal breaker every time.
Licking the wallpaper during work breaks was found hugely unsanitary by the Health and Safety Commission. Not to mention, none of the auditors could figure out what a snozberry was.
Fizzy lifting drinks had a disappointing rollout, mainly due to Pepsi's counter advert, "Our soda doesn't cause death by fan blades," which caused sales to plummet. Visiting the factory later that year, Wonka was overheard shaking his head and saying, "New Coke? My ass." Use of the geese that lay the golden eggs was largely criticized by the ASPCA, and when word of them got out, do you think he lost the vegan market? You bet your oversized bow tie he did.
Pedo also was picketing. It didn't help that a group of MIT graduate engineers examined the educated egg decatur and determined that it actually wasn't hooked to anything. Apparently, the mechanism was a derivative of the 1970s drinking bird desk toy, which, by the way, can't tell a bad egg from a Barbra Streisand workout routine.
In the early 90s, Godiva and Hershey's joined forces to file a lawsuit citing his process of mixing chocolate by waterfall violated several EPA regulations. The judge tossed it out of court, however, stating that the plaintiffs didn't understand the gravity of the situation.
To celebrate his victory, a cheeky ad featuring TLC's massive hit, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls, was aired during the Super Bowl. Godiva and Hershey's couldn't be reached for comment. Everlasting Gobstoppers turned out to be an enormous success. But follow-up projects like Never-Ending Codswallop failed to develop. Finally, Gain Capital Partners uncovered the entire premise of giving the factory to Charlie was so Wonka could train him on his real talent, tax evasion. They wanted transparency. Instead, they got Butterscotch Ripple.
So don't forget what happened to the little boy who got everything he always wanted. A golden ticket to Leavenworth for embezzlement. All right, want to talk about a feature interview?
Our feature interview this week is with the Indiana-based performance art garage punk trio, Mr. Clit and the Pink Cigarettes. These guys are right up our alley with their bizarre song titles, Halloween-obsessed wardrobes, and totally over-the-top videos. It's an uber-fun discussion about all things do-it-yourself, weird fan reactions, touring stories, and why the phrase horror, gore, glam sounds too good for words, so stay tuned for that. Let's play a song. This is I Bite.
Okay, let's talk about Patreon. The site is patreon.com/Snaggletooth podcast. And for $6.66 a month, you get an adorable little red wagon racing down a hill full of Mark and Stace.
Yeah, also on our Facebook and Instagram pages, I do put up our live streams of shows that we go to.
Yeah.
So that's always a fun thing to pick out. Also, I think I'll do something Christmas related since I did the pumpkin cheesecake last year for our patrons. I think maybe we'll do some Christmas cookies this year.
That sounds like a good idea. And don't forget, we're going to do a blind beer taste test with you being blindfolded this time. I haven't forgotten about that. That's a good idea. And speaking of wanting to be blindfolded, I think it's time. Hit it.
And now it's time for Obnoxious Trivia!
All right. I'm proud of these. I have a feeling you'll hate them. Obnoxious trivia question number 1. Which of the following was not an actual garbage pail kid?
Didn't like these guys at all.
Number 1 are A, Electric Bill, B, Schizo Fran, C, Hothead Harvey, or D, Nose Pick Nick.
I wasn't even into Cabbage Patch, much less the Garbage Pail Kids. I'll go with Hothead Harvey.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. He was real. All of their pictures were just so offensive. No, the one I made up was Nose Pick Nick. He wasn't real. It wasn't real. So, but it just flows off the tongue. Nose Pick Nick. So, okay, number 2. Who holds the record for the longest throw at the annual Catalina Buffalo Chip Toss in Southern California?
Is that the fucking Catalina wine mixer?
This is where they throw buffalo poop.
Oh.
Buffalo chip flipping. Yeah. Okay, was it A, Ryan Pierce tossing buffalo poop 190 feet in 1997? B, Dave Hurd with a throw of 211 feet in 2014? C, Scrapes McGregor with a toss of 121 feet in 2001? Or D, Megan Profit with a throw of 87 feet in 2015? Buffalo chip.
Is it
flipping.
bride poop?
I don't think so because they keep talking about how gross it is in the article. So
Gotta smell really good. Wonder if it gets hit by spectators as they throw it. Dangerous sport. Ugh. Scrapes McGregor sounds totally made up. I'm going to go with Dave Hurd with a throw of 211 feet.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It was actually A. Ryan Pierce, 190 feet in 1997. His record still stands. That man can throw a buffalo poop with some accuracy.
I wonder how he does with pachyderm poop.
Okay, number 3. Which of these sought-after 45s was sold in 2010 for $4,000? A. Her Majesty by the Beatles. B. Flush from the Bathroom of Your Heart by Johnny Cash. C. Memory Lane by the Band of Joy. Or D. You Can't Roller Skate in a Buffalo Herd by Roger Miller. 45s. $4,000.
That has to be the Beatles. Her Majesty by the Beatles.
Her Majesty is a song that's like less than 30 seconds long. No, that is incorrect. The answer is Memory Lane by the Band of Joy. It was Robert Plant's band before he was in Led Zeppelin. It's a one-sided acetate, and somebody bought it for $4,000. Yeah. The other two are actual songs, the Johnny Cash and the Roger Miller. I really like Flush from the Bathroom of Your Heart. I think that's great.
That's really, really descriptive.
All right, we're 0 for 3. Okay, here we go. Let's round it out. Which of the following is not an actual game show? Okay. This is great. Okay. A. Tora, Japan. Contestants must answer trivia questions while being wrapped up like a mummy. B. Intercept from Russia. Contestants are reported to the police as driving stolen vehicles and must avoid getting arrested to win. C. Bojale from Botswana. Contestants play volleyball on unicycles at the top of a tall skyscraper. Or D. Touch the Truck from the UK. Contestants have to keep one hand on the truck at all times without eating, using the toilet, or sleeping.
It sounds like that wrestling thing we had where you have to keep one hand on the tire.
Which one's not real?
I want to go B. That sounds like it would be a public safety hazard if you're trying to escape police. I mean, it could cause an accident or something.
No, that's incorrect.
Oh,
It's real.
God.
The one that was made up was Bojale. I made that one up. About playing volleyball on unicycles at the top of a skyscraper. No, that one intercept is fascinating. That they actually do. They let him drive around for 35 minutes and then they report him to the police.
Oh my God.
Called Intercept. Yeah, that's a real game show. And you are 0 for 4, young lady. This has been Obnoxious Trivia. Okay, it's time for our Snaggletooth.
This is handle with care. The phrase flying off the handle. Ever think about this? Where are we flying? How far? How fast? Who's off the handle anyway? And what is the handle attached to? Why is nobody trying to climb back on the handle? Turns out it's literal.
In the 19th century, axes were basically loose assembly required. The head could come off the handle unexpectedly. Okay, so how often was this happening that it became a thing? What was the over-under on an accidental axe murder? I guess often enough that it became shorthand for losing your cool. Did someone say to themselves, how shall I describe my current mood? Let us look to the lumberjack for wisdom.
And you start wondering, is coming unglued the same thing? Were handles glued on back then or nailed? Because I don't think there was duct tape invented yet. Did Victorian woodworkers ever do a safety check before swinging a huge blade in the air? Or did they just shrug and say, it's fine, probably? Flying off the handle. Suddenly, in anger management classes make a lot more sense when you're an uncharted deadly weapon flying through the air, don't they?
Hit the roof is another motion-activated angry explosion. You go from calm human to upwardly mobile projectile, only to be stopped by your own ceiling. First you're mad, then suddenly it's a concussion protocol stitch. Was this expression limited to building contractors at one point? Wondering how we went from calm, cool, and relaxed to levitating at a high rate of speed.
And thank God it's not a glass ceiling. Otherwise, we're talking decapitation risk. And don't confuse it with raising the roof, which is just a celebration gone wild. One is rage physics, the other is club physics. Both involve airborne body parts, but only one requires an ER visit.
Flipping out is not just losing your cool. It's more like you spontaneously become a gymnast in an angry floor routine. You spin, you twist, you somersault into rage, but then what? Do you stick the landing? Because if you don't, you end up just face planting into whatever metaphorical mat your emotions are on. If all out full routine is not up for you, you can flip your lid or flip your wig, or perhaps both in quick succession.
Ever hear that someone went ballistic? Does that mean they steered the conversation to projectile flight calculations? They got all sciencey and went to work for a weapons contractor. Wouldn't something like went explosive make more sense? This is like observing an angry speech and commenting, wow, he really went literary on the subject of tariffs.
Okay, I can't take any more. Let's hear Mr. Clinton's Pink Cigarettes with Something Strange, Something Terrible.
Something strange and something terrible. Something strange and something terrible. Wash off my face, I look ridiculous. My friends are laughing from their mouth. I lick my lip because I busted it.
And let's talk about imperfect foods.
Yes, after my trip to Walmart today, I'm going to place almost all our groceries next week with Imperfect. You don't have to avoid crazy people muttering, I hope no one's at my apartment. There better not be.
No.
True story, it really happened
All
today.
kinds of horrible things happening to you at Walmart.
No worrying about parking spaces. Did you bring your bags? No, it's delivered to your door. You can get everything from this company, from English muffins to vanilla extract to wine. I just got some fresh cranberries from there, which was good because Walmart didn't have them. You can get bagged salads. You can get even spindrift, things that aren't locally available in your area. We love their sausages too. They had a Raging Brat that was great that had Raging Bitch in there.
That steak you made for me last week was great. The steak and eggs
Yeah.
steak, that was great. That was imperfect.
That
wasn't it?
wasn't perfect.
Yeah, very.
We've even gotten ground lamb from them to make our own gyros. Find that at Walmart.
Exactly. Ground lamb is not exactly on the menu.
You can get butter, eggs, and it's all delivered in ice to your door. No need to clip coupons. And they are a point system, so the more points you accumulate, you get free stuff. Now, how much would you pay? Use our link, it will save you off our first order.
Very good. Oh, okay. It's time. This week I went a little haywire, as I often do. Decided to focus on Accept's 1985 album, Metal Heart. Now, you've got to hand it to the band Accept. They must have felt like the Mr. Pibb of rock and roll back in the late 70s. Because by 1980, the Scorpions had established themselves as the German rock and roll band. I would imagine the Accept boys faced a lot of rejection in those early years, like, we already have a soda that sort of tastes like cherry, but not really. Why would we need another one? 2 guitars, slightly shrunken singer? I mean, I think we're good already. Thanks anyway.
Luckily for Accept, the record industry was quite different at that point than it is today. They signed with the tiny imprint Brain Records, who had been responsible for releasing the Scorpions' debut album, Lonesome Crow, back in 1972, only to have them whisked off to a major label the very next year. Well, all pseudo-cherrying, tasty carbonation aside, Brain was not about to let another quality hard rock act slip through their fingers, even if they did kind of suck. Yeah, it's no secret that Accept's early days were a hit or miss affair, with records like their debut and I'm a Rebel, with all those odd ballads and even some experimentation with female backup singers, much to our chagrin. But the band kept plugging away, and Brain allowed them to develop their sound over the course of several years. Those close connection with former members and up-and-coming engineer Michael Wagner were as a key part of their evolution. Eventually, they hit pay dirt with the colossally heavy, Restless and Wild record, which led to a major label deal and the iconic Balls to the Wall album, which actually secured them an opening spot on Iron Maiden's World Slavery Tour in 1984.
Now, under the production acumen of Dieter Dirks and his army of engineers, Accept were in position to broaden their sound and audience. The tandem of guitarists Wolf Hoffman and Jörg Fischer are lethal force in terms of snappy riffs and melodic solos. The album has a slightly more polished, somewhat effervescent sound. Get it? Effervescent? with drummer Stefan Kaufman sporting a very Phil Rudd-like drumming style and tone, and it really does light a fire into these songs. Let's hear a little of the killer title track to kick things off. This is Metal Heart.
What a killer from the sitar shred intro to those interwoven Eastern flavored melodies and that big arena style guitar solo where all the drums stop as not to compete with it. Plus, Udo Dirk Schneider's voice is full on metal rasp with a spectacular range that can deliver vocals that hook like a seasoned pro. The lyrics are dark and anthemic, and Udo delivers them with so much charisma, their struggles with English escaped most fans. To this day, I could not tell you what Dogs on Leads or Up to the Limit are about, but the brick wall riffing and million-dollar choruses will have you headbanging so hard it doesn't matter. Screaming for a Love Bite, which appears to be an ode to a hickey, may be the most polished push for a radio single on the album. Hoffman's riff tone is lean and mean, and the track moves from verse to pre-chorus to chorus with expert fluidity, and the lead is pure pop metal magic.
Of course, it's an Accept album, so there's always going to be a bit of weirdness. In this case, it's Teach Us to Survive, a hard-charging percussive nugget packed with jazzy spy theme riffing, weird bass breakouts, and lyrics like, "No one cares how we get nuts." Hey, none of us questioned it back in the day. In fact, I heard Midnight Mover on the Metal Shop radio show back in '85 and bought this little slab myself with $8.99 of lawn mowing money. I even biked it home from the record store on my little blue Huffy. I was adorable. In fact, I think you would have loved me. At any rate, I think Restless and Wild will always be my favorite, but this one's the one that showcases Accept at the height of their musical powers. Take that, Shasta drinkers. Let's play a little bit of Midnight Mover. Going to the interview?
You know, I love an interview where all the band is present because we never get the, oh, well, the person who could answer that question isn't here.
It's great. Yeah, it really is. Anything goes. And this is an anything goes kind of interview. Really
Yeah, and I loved our conversation with Mr. Clint, the pink cigarettes. Adore these three. Can't wait for new music and new crazy videos out of this camp.
That's right. Take it away.
I must get a t-shirt. So we kind of happened to a guy. Where did you get the original CD from?
I bought something from someone and they threw your split in as a bonus.
Oh.
So
What was it?
What's for breakfast?
yeah, what's your breakfast?
Okay.
They were instantly intrigued. You guys seem right up our alley, and sure enough, you were. So
Yes, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
you guys seem much better. The last band we interviewed said that they were going to be really drunk during the interview, and they were.
Yeah. Which it makes for a good interview, but it's a lot of editing, you know. So,
Yeah.
At least they warned us up front.
yeah.
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 So first of all, how was your Halloween show and Abby's birthday and all that stuff? And tell me about those skeleton costumes. I loved them.
Yeah.
What inspired that kind of undead theme?
Well, that they're the softest and most easy to wear
Yeah.
pajamas known to man. So we
Okay.
have like multiple sets each. That
Yeah.
way we can wear them all the time.
Because honestly, when we started the band, we we're like, we always like to throw parties and like dress semi-formal. So we were like, let's do that in this band. But not everything is very comfortable when you decide that you want to be like a dress-up band. So it's the one time of year we're actually comfortable.
Yeah, we get to be nice and comfortable. Like all those suits from Goodwill, they're just so itchy. Like they're never nice. So
Yeah, that's great.
We always seem to pick really uncomfortable costumes. Maybe that's where we go wrong.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we were-
like a week ago is like, what are we gonna wear? What are we gonna wear? And it's like, I don't know.
Especially because I personally have a no mask policy, which is why they've been playing this. They wrote some songs as a side project and are doing a side project, and their gimmick is that they wear
We can wear masks.
because I will not do
We
it.
can wear masks now.
Yeah, we were Princess Buttercup and Wesley from The Princess Bride a couple years ago,
cool.
and the costume was fine except the gloves. There's no way he sword fought in those gloves because I couldn't even pick up a pen and write, So
Yeah.
I call bullshit on that immediately,
Yeah, I thought it was funny. We went out to a local bar and he had the mask on the first or second time he ordered. By the third time, he had taken off the mask and the woman didn't know who he was.
Right? Like, where did the man in black go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Abby did all our makeup, and we had like these big like evil eyebrows and like very glamorous. And someone thought we were Three Ninjas. They were like, "Is that the Three Ninjas masks?" It was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
really?
And you really find out how kind of dumb people are if you do a costume that, like, we were the White Stripes last year, and we had it down to a T. Like, she had the black wig, we had the red, everything. Nobody knew who we were. People thought we were Sonny and Cher. I was like, what?
Are you guys the Three
No, 'cause
Ninjas?
then she would be taller than me,
Yeah, to the point, again, we're out at a bar dressed like this, and the band started playing Seven Nation Army, and we just stood in front of them like this.
They didn't get it for a long time.
Near the end of the song, they're like, oh!
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Okay.
So tell me about the band's name and the whole thing with, let's see. Okay, so it feels like feminine and yet phallic at the same time because you have the feminine clit and the pink cigarettes, which feels feminine and yet phallic. Was that intentional to be kind of androgynous? And what's the John Waters connection with all that?
Yes, that was the intention, to have it mix any and everything and like not be regular.
There's no like clear John Waters because I think somebody wrote in an article like, what do they even mean about the John Waters thing? It was more of just an idea of we could be in a John Waters movie with this crazy name.
Yeah, we always hoped,
yeah,
like we would be the band that they go to the school dance or like the crazy dance at, and we're the band playing in a John Waters movie. And when we first started making songs, we were hanging out at Abby's house and making songs in her basement with all her dad's equipment and watching all the John Waters movies at the time. So it was like
in Forbidden Zone.
In Forbidden Zone,
used
like
to wear horns because Danny Elfman is the devil in the Forbidden Zone, and we really liked the way he looked. You did a curly mustache like that.
Oh, it feels so gross. You having stuff in your mustache. It's like right on your. Oh, it's just.
And then I think like we like the idea of us kind of looking like a 60s girl group. Like we always liked the way that stuff looks, so that was kind of the idea, I would say.
Yeah.
So do you agree on a favorite John Waters movie, or do you all have different ones?
Oh.
I really like Female Trouble. I usually say that one's my favorite.
Yeah.
I have a poster from France of it, and so it's like, oh, I guess that one gets to be my favorite.
I did do a business called Female Trouble for a little while.
Yeah.
Before I owned a tattoo shop, me and our other friend would do like art conventions, and we named it Female Trouble. But it's hard to pick one favorite.
It was also
that one's the one that we just caught in the middle of the night on TV and was like, what is this?
Yeah, that was the first one I saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
But polyester having the scratch, you guys
Yeah,
have the scratch and sniff.
scratches.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool to have that.
Stiff Vaders is in it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Being from Baltimore, it's a pretty John Watersy town. In fact, he does
Yeah.
something at the soundstage every year around Christmas. I never know what the heck it is that he does,
Right.
but they always advertise a very John Waters Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is
What's
that?
your guys' favorite?
I only know what's it, hair?
Diner?
No, what's
Oh,
yeah,
Hairspray?
donut? Hairspray,
Hairspray.
and
Yeah,
they sing that
yeah.
Baltimore song in it, you know.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that one year I ran.
grew up watching that, but I didn't know it was John Waters because
Yeah.
my religious family members loved that movie weirdly, and then they're like, "It's made by this pervert," and I was like, "I don't know what that means." But
Yeah. If your family rejects it, you know you're onto something, you know. so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember one year I was running the Baltimore Marathon, and right when you got near kind of the end, you had to run to this little neighborhood, and they were blasting "Good Morning Baltimore." I'm like, yeah, we've been up for a while. We're here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you ever get any John Waters love at all?
What?
From him?
Yeah.
Yeah, from him.
No,
Not
I
that
don't
we
think
know
he
of.
knows we exist.
It'd be-
Yeah.
it'd be nice.
Yeah. You could put in a good word for us. Tell everyone you know in Baltimore.
Exactly. yeah.
I'll go to his Christmas thing and just yell at him until he pays attention.
Yeah.
At the section where they have someone raise their hand and be like, I know a band.
Mhm.
We'll just heckle him until he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
All right, I love them. I tell them that.
So do you get tired of since you're the guy in the group, people assuming you're Mr. Clit?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but it's always fun because we made we made buttons that say I am Mr. Clit. So when people ask that, we say, "Oh, you are." I get to be a pink cigarette. I got one of the pink jackets, so. But Abby, when we were very, very early on, her dentist asked her our band name, and
he's like, "Oh, I could be Mr. Good," but he's like such like a guy who wouldn't say that, so I don't think he really understood
yeah.
what he was saying. So it just felt like a weird innocent slip. So she's getting the sweaters
Yeah,
that she
we
made
made-
for us.
Yeah, I hand embroidered sweaters for all of us. So
so we can be like the pink ladies. from
Pink,
Grease.
like the pink ladies.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's really
I need some roller skates and you'd be in.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that.
You could go all around with that.
I like Rizzo so much more than Sandy in the movie, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
think we all
Sandy,
love
like it's
Rizzo.
all about her. She ruins everything, you know.
Abby
I had
played
such a crush on
Rizzo.
Rizzo when I was in like the 7th grade. Totally.
So it's saying in your bio that you guys are very into cinema, all of you. Do you have guilty pleasure movies that you could watch over and over and over?
Oh yeah.
Guilty pleasure means they're not actually good to other people. You say? Yeah. Okay. Guilty pleasure.
not good to other people.
I know. That's
I
hard.
mean, it's good to me.
People may not like Peanut Butter Solution or Miami Connection. Those are great
Love
movies.
B movie, like super
Yeah.
B, maybe C.
Everybody hates
movies.
Jason Takes Manhattan, and that movie cracks me up. Like that's the funniest movie I've ever seen.
I'm a Batman and Robin apologist. I love Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. So
Yeah, I always know Mark's because sometimes after I fall asleep, he'll put on
We like the Neil Simon movies, like The Odd Couple and let's see, Murder by Death. You know, the old, and those were movies that like our parents showed us, and they didn't realize that we would quote them for the rest of our lives. You know.
Yeah.
So when your horror punk band Room 21 kind of wrapped
Room
up, what lessons do you carry forward and things you were definitely keeping and things you definitely were not doing again?
Well, we're
I-
never gonna change members. That would. I think if like the members changed, we would just not be a band.
Yeah.
Whereas Room 21 kind of went through different lineups.
I mean, really, it never even truly wrapped up. It kind of just became this because it was like we just kept having like friends that would like play drums for us, and then they'd be like, we don't want to go very far. We don't want to like travel anywhere. There, this takes up a lot of my time, and so we just because me and Abby were in it, and then Aisha was with us, and
I was the chauffeur. I had the van.
she had a van that she could borrow, and we were like, you just play drums. You obviously want to be here. You enjoy this. That's more important than being able to actually play, is that you enjoy this. So
Yeah.
it kind of just became this, and then we based it.
I mean, the same with me with Room 21. I wasn't an original member either, but it's just like you see someone who like enjoys being not, and that sounds like no diss to anyone but it's like people you can rely on, I guess, is more important to us than whether or not you're the best musician.
We played a girls' rock camp, and like the kids asked us questions, and one of the answers were like, if I had a suggestion, it would be to have a band with friends, with people you can get along with and you truly enjoy, even if they're not the best musician, because you can get better as a musician.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I've reached my limit.
I reached my limit early on. Like this is the best you're ever gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can
It's interesting,
still
like
get along enough.
Yeah. I saw this interview with Kim Deal one time, and she said that when she tried out for the Pixies, on the ad they said no chops. You can't have any chops. That was a requirement.
I would do the same. If
I always thought that was really cool, So yeah.
Yeah, I love that a percentage of gosness though has carried over, with a lot of the subject matter and your setups and everything. So I would say you're still
on accident.
Slightly gothy.
Well, yeah. Like we just love Halloween and horror movies and stuff. So it's not necessarily, it's almost like just unintentional always. Like we were just talking about a music video and I was like, hey, we could do this. And he's like, and then everyone dies. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
always on
exactly.
accident.
How do we get blood into this?
How does someone lose a limb?
Exactly.
Is there any way we can incorporate a pool?
Blood is always humorous. It's always
Yeah.
humorous.
How can somebody get hurt in the most innocent way?
Yeah.
it's like when they chop the guy's arm off and he's like, it's just a scratch.
Yeah.
And it's hysterical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gushing blood, but it's hysterical. So you have been called Hot Topic Circus Punk Chic. Do you agree or disagree with that classification?
I do think part of this has to do with us sometimes dressing as clowns, but the context for our clowns has maybe been misunderstood.
We got one of our albums reviewed, and they were just talked about ICP the whole time.
We're like,
and didn't. And it was like
I get it though. We were this year for Halloween, this past week, Stace and I was the
Joker.
I was the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
she was the Lady Gaga Harley Quinn, right?
Oh, nice.
And we
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
we did one of the shows the last show we did in costume.
Mhm.
And I was looking at us and I was like, we really look new metal. We really do. And I was not going for that, but it really does.
Well, that's the thing is like, and we grew up, we're like all comic book lovers, like total nerds. And so we don't even like think about, and even old DVDs of the Smashing Pumpkins, they even had like clowns on stage. And just like the idea of clowns and being new metal has never really clicked until everyone started saying that to
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
because we were just like, what? Hang on a second. But we the first time I think we went as clowns was because someone was like, I'm never throwing a show again. I'll never throw a show again. Will you guys play this show? You know, like the next breath. And we were like, we're not
Yeah.
playing any more shows that you say. And so we're like, let's just dress as clowns because this is just a joke at this point.
Right.
And so there was a person in the city that was like, oh, I used to go to your shows when you dressed as clowns, as if it happened more than one time. And we were like, we only dressed as clowns once.
We dressed as clowns a few times. We did a
Handful of
clown show in
But
Ohio,
they didn't go to that show.
but they didn't go to that show. It's just
Okay.
like the pictures that stick with the
yeah, it's us as
because there's video of that show, so then people would Google us, see that one show, and then they're like, "Oh, don't you always dress as clowns?" It's like,
Oh God.
But
no.
this also implies we don't love clowns because we do
Oh,
like clowns.
Yes,
We
because
like
love my
Big
clown
Top
outfits.
Pee-wee,
Oh yeah,
circus.
Big Top
stuff.
Pee-wee was big growing up for me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'll dress as a clown any day of the week. That's a lot of fun.
Cartoony, campy. We love that kind of stuff. So I mean, it's not that much of a. It's just the negative connotation that
I mean,
comes with
any
it.
excuse
Yeah.
for us to dress up with a different theme,
Mhm.
we're in.
Mhm.
So
And not many of our costumes have come from Hot Topic, but if it was something specific we needed, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say no to
Yeah,
buying it
that's
from there.
something we need.
yeah,
I don't know what
Well-
would be in there, but
Our favorite Hot Topic joke is the kid's being interviewed, and he goes, I don't really like My Chemical Romance. And they're like, yeah, well, we're going to end the interview right here. Okay, get the fuck out.
Well, especially because they rip. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's a requirement. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I thought circus also might come from I've seen some of your energetic performances. It reminded me of the David Lee Roth where he hurt himself jumping on stage.
Oh, I
Oh, yeah,
love
yeah.
And allegedly the
from
doctor wrote
Mondays.
his profession as circus performer.
Right.
I mean, Abby just fell at our last show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she
and she loves us telling everyone.
So I haven't been to the circus, but it was always a dream of mine because of Batman Forever. So I just wanted to bring that up again.
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome. So I love that your first, album title, Cancer Tastes Great. It's a statement. I love it. It's a little bit of shock, a little bit of irony, pitch black humor. But have you run into people that don't understand the joke?
Yeah. Oh, about everything we
Okay.
do.
Everything we do is a misunderstood joke.
Every time we post anything, they're like, "What? Excuse me,
Yeah.
what was that?"
We decided that so we were joking around that we were gonna change our name to Scary Sherry and the Butt Dudes. And so I was like, I'm gonna post that. And everyone really thought
They
we were
took
gonna
it-
change
oh don't
Side messages like, "Hey, listen, if there's one thing you do, don't do that. Never do that."
change our handle right now live.
Live with
The
Scary
things that people care about, that's funny.
Do you let it bother you, or you just throw it in as part of the fun?
A lot of things bother us and then we laugh about them. So I mean, we don't there's nothing we can do about it, but there's always hilarity in it.
Is people forgetting that punk music was different than just one thing? Because when punk started in the 70s, everyone looked different, had weird hair, did different things, and it wasn't like you had to follow a set of rules.
They
And
didn't all sound the same.
Yeah.
They didn't have the
look
cookie
the
cutter.
same. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that bothers me, is where I'm like, I think this is interesting that that's lost on I guess bands that think there has to be one way to be a punk band or whatever, or any
Yeah.
kind of band or whatever.
Well, I mean, we've heard because we've interviewed so many bands that when you get a PR person, the first thing they say is, all right, who do you sound like? Who can we say that you are? Exactly. I mean, there's no more ambiguity. You have to say, all right, these are my name drop these 5 bands and that's us, but
Yeah.
it's just, it didn't used to be that way,
I mean, we didn't have a bio for years. I just wrote that bio
Within like the last
Yeah,
10
yeah.
years,
because
it
I
feels like-
liked the idea of people just figuring it out for themselves. But it is, yeah, you're right. I mean, you have to be like, what do you look like? What do you sound like? All these things, because that's just
We've-
how the world is.
I mean, we've
these
had a lot of
days.
people be like, "Oh, we saw your name and we came to show anyway," and that was not what we expected.
We thought you'd be
we
way
thought you'd be a
worse.
lot worse by your name, and it's like, oh, we didn't know that we were labeling ourselves. As
Oh
such,
wow, yeah.
like
Yeah.
a
That's
dumb
funny,
band.
yeah.
But
I would say more when we first, like I said last couple days ago, it was like more when we first started. We got more negative stuff with the name. I would say more people have come around to
Yeah.
the idea of it these
And
days.
so one of our favorite
I
bands out of the UK is Lesbian Dead Death, and they always get harassed. They're like, "Are you guys lesbians? Who's the lesbians?" It's like,
Yeah.
which one?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say I always love the story of telling my mom our band name and her being like, "Oh, can't you just be Mr. Penis in the Pink Cigarettes?" I was like, "That's better to you."
Is that an improvement?
Okay.
Right. Oh, that's
It's
great.
just more cohesive in her head that
Couldn't
way.
you just be Scary Sherry and the
The
Butt
butt
Dudes?
dudes? We
Yeah.
should be.
So I like how kind of the last few albums have had kind of that same kind of pink green hue to it. It kind of makes it look like kind of vintage and like it's some,
Thank
you know, but modern at the same time. Was that color palette chosen on purpose, or was it just a happy coincidence?
The cover,
It's our colors.
A couple,
Okay.
yeah.
well, our last two albums we actually had two different artists do for us. We do a lot of our shirts and stickers, and we do a lot of the artwork ourselves. Like each of us do different things. And then these last two albums we had two different people.
Our
do
really
the-
good friends
Yeah.
drew up album covers for us. We said like something like this or something like this, and then they
I think
Came up
the
with it, yeah.
one we were like an old sci-fi novel. We were thinking for the Pipsqueaks.
yeah, because
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I had a book and it had like it was like specified to you, so it was like it listed my friends' names, and we had little space helmets, and we went to outer space, but it was like it was built with my name in it, and I thought that was the coolest thing.
And then the other one is more of just like more a fairy tale vintage
Yeah.
book idea. Because actually, our friend was on a date, and this guy said, "You're like the cutest hag in the swamp," because she said she was a hag.
And he said,
And-
"Yeah, but the cutest
Hag
hag in the swamp." And I was like, "You think that works?" that was a good
Wow.
line.
But that was not going to be our album. That was like very close to putting it out, and we were like, "Can we steal that?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
That's like the greatest thing I've
Cutest hag
ever
in the
heard.
swamp.
And she was
Oh.
like, "Yeah,"
And
and so she did the album
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah, there's so many questions about that. Did this guy get a second date? I would think I would have been.
I don't know. I think they dated for a minute, but not together currently.
And I was like online dating for a while. My escape was I have to go to the bathroom and I just leave.
Have you ever seen Romy Michelle's high school reunion? When she's
Yes.
like, "I'm sorry, I think my shoe's filling up with blood." That's what it makes me think of.
Yeah, that's definitely a bizarre left-hand compliment. Have any fans ever given you bizarre, kind of weird compliments?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
Okay,
yes.
let's see. One time, a sound guy asked if I could play anything other than Open E. I
Wow.
said no and just kept playing Open E. I don't know. We've been. I don't
We
know.
get a lot of weird comments,
Yeah.
but we do also get like because of what we are, we get a lot of like people making us stuff
Oh,
or
yeah.
bringing us candy, which is like
Oh yeah.
really cool. Like I have like this wooden figure of a man that's arms like do this, and someone brought us that. We bought like a old Barbie tape holder thing, like
The briefcase that we carry our merch in, someone brought to a show and was like, "This looks like it fits you guys."
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Outfits. People have given me
Oh.
and Aisha outfits.
So-
Yeah.
We
hat.
get like
Didn't you
sometimes.
originally get a hat like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
from
well, my
somebody?
mom just got me this, but I got another one from Florida.
I thought it was on the road.
Yeah, it
Someone
was
gave it to
down in
you.
Florida.
Okay.
They gave me the shirt too.
Out in California, someone was like, "Oh, you always wear bow ties. Here, just have my bow tie." So
Yeah.
So we get like sometimes creepy men comments, but we also then get the opposite side where we get like
okay,
very
yes, I've accepted homemade cookies and homemade treats
Yeah.
from people who I just met.
yeah.
Right.
But also, you were saying whether he gets as the only man in the band. Sometimes people don't even know he's in the band.
Yeah.
We get the compliments, and
Yeah.
they'll be like,
Well,
"Well, who are you?"
Because he puts on a button-up shirt and a bow tie, like for when we play, and then when we're done, he takes it off, and then they'll be talking to us, and then look over at him like,
Were you even in the band?
That's a direct quote. That's a direct
yeah.
quote. Ann Arbor, Michigan. I remember it. Like
He was like,
I was like, oh my god, I'm
There's a
sorry.
great
I'll go. It's like
Wow.
he's Superman with glasses. Like the second he takes off that shirt, they're like,
Which is great.
What the hell are you?
Yeah.
He vanishes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's hysterical. Yeah.
So your shows that have so much energy, and like you said, I was obviously you're falling over. What's the craziest thing that you've either had happen to you or that you've seen at one of your shows?
Craziest thing. I mean, we played
The symbol, don't forget that story.
yeah. Well, in California, I thought it'd be funny if I stole Aisha's symbol. And so I stole it and I threw it like Kung Lao's hat in Mortal Kombat, not at anybody, to an empty area. And so then the symbol hit and it went
Inverted.
it inverted, and I didn't know it could do that. And then so when I went to go get it, it's like, your symbol's weird. I don't know what to do. How do we get it back?
To piggyback off of that, one time he took her tambourine and he just was throwing it out in the crowd.
I threw it.
And
Like,
it smacked this
just
guy that comes to our shows in
The
Cincinnati.
nicest man
the
ever.
nicest man in the world. He's been coming to our shows for years. It smacked him right in the face. And
Oh,
afterwards, everyone was like, "Why'd you hit him in the face?
You almost killed him.
It's like, oh,
It was an accident."
I couldn't see. Like
I
he
threw
just
it
tossed
towards
it.
what looked like the emptiest spot right at the light, like over everybody, and I got the nicest man ever.
Oh,
And
God.
You must have a magnetic face.
Yeah.
he's never been mad at me though. He still comes to shows. He's still super cool.
There's a picture of me at our what is the No Comply in Louisville. You may have seen picture. It looks like the most impressive show we've ever played. It is the most impressive show, but it was a DIY show from like teenage kids put it on
At a skate park.
at a skate park in Louisville, like their biggest skate park, and it was the most attended and the most organized show we've ever been a part of. Like I was so impressed.
Oh,
And
wow.
I just like kind of went out into the crowd and they all picked me up and carried me away, and it was so cool. Like
Oh, that is cool.
happened to me
Yeah.
before.
We were just like, goodbye.
yeah.
We're not replacing you.
No, we're not replacing you. So
I guess we're
A
done.
different band.
Where you go like, are you gonna bring her back? Or...
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So I love your videos. I love Night Night Baby. Where in the world was it filmed? Whose vintage car was that? And who is that drunk dancing cowboy?
The drunk dancing cowboy, that's his car.
that's his car.
We saw him last Halloween, and
Someone we grew up with.
Yeah. And we went out to eat with him, and then as we were walking out, I was like, "Oh, look at that car!" And then he walked to the car, and it was like, "That's your car?" And he was like, "Yeah." It's like, okay, well, we need to film a video.
So we said, hey, what weekend can you do it? And he had one weekend that he could.
We also knew he could act because all of the
He's been in our other
yeah,
videos too.
Yeah.
been in other videos of ours, and then they used to make like movies, and he would be like the star of all the
Yeah.
movies because he's just
Okay.
good at that.
Yeah.
So
He's a character.
yeah, he's a character. So we knew he'd do a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's at your sister's house.
Yeah, it was out.
My sister's backyard. She has like a big backyard with trees, and it was like, ooh, I bet we could find a spot that looked cool back there. So.
And it had a barn that actually had a plug-in. So, because
Yeah.
it was like, I don't know if we'll be able to do anything if we don't have a plug-in. But he was
How in
supposed
the
to be like George Jones. Like we had just watched George and Tammy, and it was like, it'd be cool if so. Like the premise originally was like, three greaser kids are going. They hear a tale of if you go to the woods at midnight and you do something, George Jones comes out of the woods, and that was the idea. And we filmed stuff, but
How did you get the lamp on in the car?
we
A long extension.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But we did that in another video too, where we got like we just put rope lights at the bottom of the car, and then hyena song like just we like had like a bunch of lights underneath, and then I just held the lamp that's in here, like yeah. We
I was
thought it
trying
looked
to figure-
cool.
I was trying to figure it out. I was like, is that a solar lamp? But it seems so bright.
Right. Yeah.
That was wild. So how did it feel that it got nominated for a People's Choice Award? Were you shocked, or were you like, yeah?
The Punk Rock Night Awards are super cool because they always like include us. They always include like people in the area, so it's like it's like I like having a video that can be in their awards, because usually if you make a video, they'll play it and they'll make it a part of the awards. So
That's a really cool thing about the Melody and Punk Rock Night up in Indianapolis is that when you go to a show, they have a projector, and in between the bands, they play videos of all the upcoming bands. And so if you make a new video, they update it and they'll play your music video every week.
That's really cool. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I also loved Haunted Things. That's just great.
Thank
So,
you.
how long were you under that table to be the head on the platter? And was it cramped or was it comfortable?
I don't remember. I think it wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad at all. What was bad was the smell of the like hungry
We got a
Howie's.
hungry man like dinner from the freezer.
Yeah.
section.
It turned out like didn't
So-
smell right at all. It
It
smelled
smelled
awful.
so
And it's supposed to be
Why?
yeah.
I've never eaten one
Yeah, I
before, so
know,
I
but-
didn't know.
And we had like a bunch of gross stuff like there. Like we had made the water really gross, and it was like the thing that smelled was the thing that you're supposed to eat. Like
Wow.
Yeah.
Who was the vampire in that one?
It's
our good friend Kyle.
yeah, I'm in another band with him and his wife.
Grimy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And your husband.
and my husband, but I mean,
Don't
like it was
forget your
about
husband.
We're not gonna
Kyle.
talk about him.
Yeah, it was about Kyle.
Yeah.
He's the guitar player of Grimy. So
He
yeah.
actually so he makes our telephone mics that we use.
Oh yeah, and,
And
our
pedals.
And pedals.
Yeah, he
Wow.
has like a little business called Arrow Effects, and mostly I think it's on
Instagram.com.
Reverb something like that he will sell pedals that he makes and stuff. So
That's awesome. Yeah, that one came off really well too. And you got blood in at the end.
That's
Yeah.
right, we did.
Yeah.
I had blood everywhere.
we don't have any blood in that.
It was too cold. We were shivering.
Yeah.
We had a car just
no
for
one
heat.
died either, but it did I would say it still felt scary.
George
Yeah.
Jones was dead. He's a
Yeah,
ghost.
yeah.
Definitely creepy food. So did you use ready-made fake blood or did you make your own?
We always buy as much as we can when it's
Or
like
chocolate
sale.
or chocolate syrup.
Yeah, if it's gonna
We
be
use a
black
lot of
and
chocolate
white,
syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always go to the Halloween clearance sales after the
Mhm.
season's over and buy blood and makeup and
Yeah.
But something
glitter spray.
with all the videos is we always try to include like people that are friends or families. So like my dad has been in a video.
Mhm.
Like her grandpa was the album cover 2 albums ago or
Wet
whatever.
Willy.
Wet Willie.
Oh yeah.
Like just have like because we didn't know if Kyle would want to do it, and it's like, hey Kyle, would you want to do
You've
this?
never been in
You've
a
never been in a
video.
video. You'd make a
Right.
great like vampire host.
Mhm.
Uh,
And he
so
did a great
he
job.
did.
One of our videos was because David and I got hired to paint some offices above a bar, and it was like, man, they have all this empty space. Like, when are we ever going to be in a room that's completely empty, all blank? It's like, we could totally make a music video. So we asked for their permission to make a video up there once we were done painting. So I can't think of what I buy.
Yeah.
I was thinking Let's Kiss, and I was like, I know that's not it.
That's based on a movie that we love called The Dark Backwards. So if anyone wants it,
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
I have to look that one up.
Mm.
They
If you
always
see
go.
like harmonica, I'll go ask them.
Another one, Be Home Before Dark, is Aisha's 2 cousins.
Yeah.
There's like,
Oh, wow.
what little kids do we know? Do we know any little kids?
She's also in
Yeah,
Life's a
Drag Queen. Yeah,
Yeah.
we used Evelyn twice.
Yeah.
She's
And
good.
she's actually in a Room 21 video as well.
I don't
Wow.
Oh, as a baby, yeah,
Yeah.
you're hold at the door.
You're holding her.
I'm holding her. Yeah, yeah.
Transcontinental.
Oh man, wow, trip down memory. lane.
Yeah.
We need to ask her to be in another music video soon.
As an adult, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have her chronologically. Line it up.
She's actually on one of our 7 inches that we did with
Infinitesimal Records.
Infinitesimal Records. They put out a 4-band split, and we recorded her to go before our song. So
It always every now and then we'll interview a band and we'll say, "Oh, well, you don't have any videos. Could
Just
you
gonna
do
say the same
one?"
thing, yeah.
They'll say, "Oh, it's too expensive." I'm like, "Really?
We even had one that
Have friends."
we even had one that the guy was a film. Didn't he major in film?
He was a
George
photographer.
George was a filmographer, yeah, and he's never done a video because I guess it's just something that they feel is too difficult, you know. And then there's you guys that you were born to be on film, you know.
We just don't follow a formula of what you have to do when it comes to band or making something. We just kind of do it, whether it's the best quality to the outside person.
In Room 21, there was a person who was like, "Oh, I don't know how to do a video. Like, I can't even think about how to make the shot chart, and I don't even know who to get to film it and storyboard it and stuff like that." I was like,
Right,
"Oh man, I didn't even know you would do that." Like, it's just like
just did it.
I just feel like you just grab a camera and like you can make something.
I mean,
like
I feel like we've always appreciated seeing something and where you can tell that it's handmade and not the most professional looking. Like, I think we all sort of gravitate towards that and appreciate that. And so then, since we already like that aspect and we know we're not going to be the richest people on earth, like
yet.
Yeah.
That it's like, well, why hold yourself back from doing the things that you want to do? Like, why not just go do them? Do what you can.
That's why the guy in the night video, Cole, is like, "What do you want me to do?" And it's like, "I don't know yet." And he's like, "Cool. Well, just let me know."
Yeah, we've shot a number of epics ourselves. We did a rockumentary and we did a daytime drama using all song titles, and we've never really storyboarded anything.
Yeah. I think
But we do analyze like parts of our favorite movies and our favorite TV shows that are funny, and we'll be like, that seems like it's completely off the cuff. What do you think? Like, there's no way they wrote that. Like,
totally.
that's just so and so being so and so. You know, obviously, you know. So which is great, you know, when you can tell that someone is just, you know, go with it, you know.
Yeah.
in Night, Cole didn't even know our song. We played Goodbye Horses. There's like dance to this, dance to Goodbye Horses.
Right.
I think like going back to backhanded compliments. I have gotten that I'm brave a lot, and I used to take that as a bad thing, but I do think there's a certain level of bravery to just do it. Just do something that you really want to do and just to go for it and just do it. So I guess we all have that to an extent, because nothing's gonna hold us back. If we really want to do it, we'll do it. So
Yeah.
I
Yes.
agree.
Some people just they can't imagine getting in front of a camera and doing
yeah.
the things that we choose to do. But I mean, it's natural for some people, and for others, it's terrifying. I guess
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a lot easier when you got teammates
That's
that are
true.
like
That's
on
true.
the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Sometimes we even get a cat down here.
That's
It's probably
true.
not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
noise.
No.
We have one orange cat who he doesn't come when we do the show, but he only comes for interviews.
He's very
Aw.
social. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a mess.
Yeah, I
So
think
I know I have a burning question. What is dork spit?
Oh,
Yeah, what is dork spit? You never told us either.
it's
we don't know each other's lyrics most of the time until we go into the recording studio, and then it's like, oh, that's what you say there. We've been playing the song for 6 months.
it was going to the doctor, and I felt like some of the comments felt gross. So I felt it was like, what's a doctor? Oh, he's just a big dork, and he's spitting all these words at me. So I felt like the doctor was a little intrusive, and I didn't like it.
Okay, I didn't know that either.
We all learn
We're all
something.
learning things. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I work for a doctor, and I feel very much about that way about him most of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets
That
very
song's hard to
frustrated.
play. We
He gets
can't
very
play it.
frustrated.
It's a lot.
It's so easy. It's actually really easy, and we cannot nail that one.
So, were there any actual events around the song/skit Tuba Tuba? Was it based on actual
This is
events?
going back to us just doing stuff, because do we have a real reason?
I love having skits on albums. I love having like extra noises or extra anything. Like we used to always just take clips from movies off the TV and put them in, and then it was like, if you guys are gonna put this out, you can't do that. And like for Wet Willie, right? Spider Baby. I was like, oh, I wanted a clip from Spider Baby. I just watched it and I loved it. And so Abby, we just had her redo it. She just did it, and it was like, that's allowed. I guess. Okay. I can't steal the words that they said, but I can steal the words that they said, and Abby can say them. But okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like having extra stuff, and that's Abby's husband, and like he's great, and
Anything to make ourselves laugh.
yeah.
Yeah. Because he plays the saxophone on the last song. I think it's the last song on the album. And he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And we're like, it doesn't matter. You can do it. And so then that kind of came to be like, well, we'll just put it as
it was
like
very
a
like
skit on there.
Like day of, like, yeah, we can do that.
He's the one that does the skit on that one too. The Muffet before Muffets
yeah.
for Mother. That's my husband's voice too.
And really cool, because so we did the skit, and then Jim, who records us, he was like, I might be able to get David K to do this, and I'll put in a word, and it's like
his job is actually like sound engineering stuff, so he has a relationship with him to an extent. Yeah.
So he was like, well, what do you want him to say? And then we gave him like the worst written sentence. Like it's like not how you would ever say a sentence grammar wise. And he was the voice of like Megatron, and is like, we got him to say this awful sentence.
He was like, do you want me to get Megatron for your album? I was like, yes. Yes, please.
Well, he's also one of the Gundam voices, because Amanda is like,
and the voice of the John Oliver show.
Yeah.
The
and also, isn't he like Professor X?
A bunch of things.
He's a million.
Sorry.
Well, it did make me think of prior to the Naked Gun, there was Police Squad, the show Police Squad, and there's so much great stuff from that show that they did not put into the movies. One of them is there's a murder, and the murderer leaves behind a tuba, and the captain's talking to Frank, and he says, Frank, you don't realize we're in the tuba capital of the world. I mean, I'm just going to read off some of the names of these stores. Tubas Are Us, Tuba Tuba Tuba, Tuba Mart. They're all 24 hours. I mean, it's hysterical. So whenever I see tuba twice, it always makes me think of that, you know.
Well, that was
We'll
also
never
funny.
solve this one, you know. So,
Because we were like, just let's start naming all like the album was coming together, and then so we changed some of the songs that we didn't really have names to all have like the word twice, and so like
Nice.
some of the songs changed to be
To fit the format.
fit the format.
okay, right, right.
So Danzig Zab kind of stuck out at me.
Yeah,
So at practice, it was just called Danzig's ab, like his ab.
like he had just one
Um,
ab.
and it got changed from in recording just because that's funnier to really be not
Well,
anything.
Yeah,
real.
and almost like the candy bar. So it was like it became like it was like his ab, but it's like also written like the candy bar. So.
Do you all have a favorite Danzig song or album?
Oh, all of them.
Yeah.
Sistina's.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sistina's is up there.
And
And I
Blood
would
and
get
Tears. I actually probably would go. My favorite being album 4. I think 4 is a great album.
3's my favorite.
1 to 4 are perfect.
But the wolf is pretty funny. Aqua Wolf is pretty funny.
And Circle of Snakes, like people always don't like past 4. They think he didn't do it. Circle of Snakes, I really like that album.
It was good.
I like that.
Well, people don't like him because it's like he bought some shitty Windows desktop production in like the late 90s and said, I'm going to use this on every album. I'm going to get my money's worth. Yeah.
Yeah. The Aussies like vocals are so weird in the 2000s also, where it's just like, what are you guys doing? Like, what is happening?
And you can really tell Ozzy's vocals when it's in that Jessica Simpson snowman thing, because his vocals are so different than
revisit if you haven't heard it in a while.
I've got a couple different prom stories, but the one that fits this is instead of going to my senior prom, my mom gave me the money instead of buying a prom ticket, and I went to see Danzig in Chicago.
Oh wow. Yeah, you made out better than everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we recently John Christ has been coming back around with the Apostles, and he found this guy that sounds just like Danzig, and they did we were going nuts.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they sound great.
Yeah, if that comes around you, it's like, and they had hats. We're making Danzig great again. It was
yeah. It turns out that John Christ went to the same college as me, and we had the same jazz theory teacher. So I got to talk to him about that a little bit and how crazy the guy was, because he was kind of like the guy from Whiplash.
Okay.
He was kind of like that, you know. So yeah.
Only Abby's seen that movie. She gets that reference.
It's a great movie. They should see it too.
It's on my list of movies to see. I just haven't yet.
Yeah.
Those are like the vibe of horror, gore, glam. How do those three things go together? They kind of do, but how would you unpack that?
He decided to call it that because that was my screen name when on AIM, because I thought it sounded cool.
I loved it. I thought it was.
I just put them together and I was like, sounds cool.
I do know that some of the song lyrics in that song are because my parents have a meat freezer and it went out, and so then blood started dripping out of the bottom, and then they had to clean it all up but didn't get it good enough. So while we were practicing out in the garage, Brad was
that's my husband's name.
He was sitting out there and put his hand down on the ground and was like, what is this? And he had found maggots.
Yeah. Our garage was awful.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Yeah. We had a meat freezer down in the basement of my parents' house, and somehow the plug got kicked out, and it went a couple days, and you would have thought, I mean, I would have rather just, can I just work a couple days at the funeral home instead of cleaning this up? Because it was so god awful, and we had to take it apart, clean it the best we could, and carry it out because it could never be used again. but it was
Mhm.
just the worst smell. Like I had that smell everywhere I went for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't get it out of my head.
Mhm.
No, awful. Yeah.
All right, and my last burning track question is, where does the urgency come from in Muffins for Mother? It sounds very frantic. Like, do they have to get her muffins stat?
That's actually a really, really old song from Room 21.
Mhm.
And me and Abby were going out to practice, and we passed a church that said Muffins for Mother. And so
I would say it's like kind of the start of me being more comfortable like writing lyrics and singing in Room 21, because like I said, I kind of took someone's spot that moved away.
Right,
It was
right.
another
Yeah.
girl. And so we kind of started writing more and more songs together, and I feel like I was starting to feel like this is what I want to sound like in a band. And so I always attribute that song to me feeling like the most confident in Room 21, and we used it in this band.
and we actually made a video a million years ago of it, and like film stuff, and then cut out tons of it to make it look stop motiony. And
Oh, wow.
I was always really proud of that
Well,
video.
That was made like
I got to grab a power cord. I'll be right back.
Oh, you're all right.
1 second.
Technical difficulties, please stand by.
Lucy's here.
So, we might get an orange cap.
No.
So we play a game on the show. It's 100 random questions with Stace, but don't worry, each of you are only going to answer 2. So I want each of you to pick 2 numbers between 1 and 100.
Okay, Abby, go.
13 and 31.
Okay.
50 and 5.
What was the
And
numbers?
5?
What was the number brackets?
1 through 100.
I will go with question 1, and I will go with question number. You took 31. Okay, I will go 2. I'll go with question number 1 and 2.
1 and 2, back to back.
Adventurers.
All right, so we're starting with Abby. Let's see. Number 50. What is your go-to karaoke song and how dramatic are you about it?
That's 50.
Aisha's 5th.
Oh, I do not like to do karaoke.
Yeah. You should have chose anything other than 50, Aish.
I should have answered. Yeah.
No, we've had conversations about this, and it's like different levels of shyness. Like, I can totally be on stage in this band, but getting up and doing karaoke is a totally different thing.
If you didn't feel that way, what song would you like to sing?
I don't know.
You did Till Tuesday with me. You did.
And Spice Girls with me.
Yeah. Yeah. I buckled and I went up with both of them.
A song from Hedwig. That-
Yeah, a Hedwig song.
Hedwig and me.
Hedwig and the Angry Inch, yeah.
I tell you, some friends of mine wanted to do Pour Some Sugar on Me. I'm like, oh, I know that song. I did not know that song.
Oh.
I didn't know the word saccharin was in that song. I'm going, I don't know this at all.
We were just talking about like our friends do Sneaky Snake by Tom T. Hall, and they're like, you guys always sing this song, come on up and sing it with us. And we got up there and it's like, what's the lyrics?
Yeah.
Like, I sing this in the car, like I play this song, like, but once you were up there, it's like I don't remember a second verse. I'll just do the second verse twice.
I just said the chorus.
Oh, I'll do a Cyndi Lauper, any Cyndi Lauper song. Yeah.
No,
Hole in My Heart. That
Little
goes all
Shop
the
of
way.
Whores. I've seen her do Little Shop of Whores in the car. The yeah. That,
Suddenly Seymour.
Suddenly Seymour. That's
Suddenly
the answer.
Seymour. All right, and you picked 5. What would your autobiography be titled?
Ooh. These are hard. I don't know.
That's why I chose 1 and 2.
Here.
You have an autobiography?
Oh.
It would be called Me and My Different Pets.
This is
What a
Jitterbug.
cutie.
Yeah. This is Jitterbug.
Oh my God, what a perfect name.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's got boo boo on her belly, so she has to wear a
Aw.
sweater to
Yeah.
protect her. She can't stop
Aw.
scratching it.
Yeah. And then I have a cat named Moblin, and then a porch kitty that doesn't have a name yet. And then there's actually 2 red-eared sliders.
Yeah, we turned off the
monkeys.
turtle tank so it wouldn't be like
Yeah.
insane.
What do you feed them?
Lettuce, lots of lettuce. It's like they go like the first 2 years with like
Pellets,
a
protein
pellet
pellets.
every day diet, and then you have to like then you go to mostly lettuce with a little bit of protein.
They
They
love
love strawberry. Yep.
strawberries.
Wow. Feels like a lot of work.
I think they're green with red all over their faces. They're probably
Yeah.
a mess. All right, so let's go to number 13.
Uh-oh.
If you had a warning label, what would it say?
Combustible.
Don't feed
May
after
say
midnight.
something I regret. I think that's the warning label.
I like it. All right, and you also picked 31. I see you inverted numbers on me.
Mm-hmm.
See, too many pages. Was it? Nope, wrong page. 31. What's the weirdest coincidence you've ever experienced?
We got to tour China with like just from touring the States, we just friends of friends. And we were on the Great Wall of China, and then I saw someone have a Notre Dame, the college in Indiana shirt on, and I was like, "Are you from Indiana?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, well, you're gonna have to take our picture on the Great Wall because, of course, I'm in China and I see someone else from Indiana. That's
Mhm.
weird to me.
Wow.
And maybe it's not weird to other people, but I thought I was getting away from anything I would know, and it was still familiar, I guess. So I always
Small
tell that
world.
story. Yeah.
I went to the College of Notre Dame of Maryland,
Oh.
and that's what it was called back in the day. It was all girls, college nuns, and if you read the acronym, it's condom.
Yeah.
But they didn't think that through, did they?
No.
Yeah.
That didn't work at all. All right, number 1. What's the weirdest compliment you've ever received? I think we had a
Oh man, compliment? I don't know. I don't get compliments.
Not true.
Do you guys
I'll give
remember?
you one. I love the mini pearl on the hat with the tag on it.
My mom just got it.
She always had tags on her hats.
Any compliments?
That's weird.
Weird. You got told you looked like Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah, by our friend. Yeah.
Oh, and he also got told that he looks like the guy that was just in the Suicide Squad in Late Night with the Devil. that
Oh yeah,
guy.
by your sister.
He also
Yeah.
said you looked like Johnny Depp in Sweeney Todd.
And
Yeah.
Walking Phoenix and Her.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
And
guess
you told he looks like several.
those are
people.
nice compliments. Yeah.
You know what's
Mhm.
interesting is I get Johnny Depp all the time, but I get called
Longer hair.
Amber Heard's husband.
Yeah.
They remember her, not him, which is interesting,
Yeah.
No, but like you look like what was it, Amber Heard? And I'm like, well, I think he was famous before her.
Yeah.
I know who you mean,
Yeah.
Well, I overheard some middle schoolers one day talking about when Steven Tyler was on America's Next
American
Yeah.
America's Got Talent or
American
American Idol or whatever.
And they were
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I think he's just really famous for having a good voice." And it was like, that's cool.
She's a substitute, by the
Yeah.
way. She doesn't get to hang out with children, but she has to.
So no weird compliments.
I think Matthew McConaughey is the weird one because it's like, oh, I didn't see it, and they were like, you're the Matthew McConaughey of punk rock. It's like, am I? I'll take it.
You think if they finally made a movie about your life, he'd play you?
Oh, for sure he would.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
And
He
I will
did
say
the
also that I was thrilled when Steven Tyler got that gig with American Idol because I thought, no more shitty Aerosmith records. He's never going to come back. We're done, So, but we weren't, of course.
Yeah,
But,
don't they have a new singer or something like that? Like a different person singing with them?
I see he apparently, all right. So he's one of these artists that I loved the early stuff, of course, and then it got horrible. And I was convinced in the 90s that they were like actually alien robots from the future that were not really the same band,
Replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ozzy had that big thing before he died, the big thing in England. And
Mhm.
what everyone came back with, I didn't watch it, was, wow, Steven Tyler killed it. And I was like,
Mhm.
fuck. You know what that means? He's going to have another career. So,
Yeah, because they like fake retired and then have been talking about
yeah.
doing
But he was
more.
doing covers, and he wasn't just doing Aerosmith songs, like he was singing like Zeppelin and stuff. But the amount of people, like if I think that you're a Z-lister, I don't want to hear, wow, he really killed it, because you know what that means. They're coming back. So I would expect a lot of Steven Tyler in the future, unfortunately. Yeah.
All right, and you pick number 2. If
Number
aliens landed tomorrow, what Earth food would you give them first?
Ooh, it'd have to be cheesecake, like the big cheesecake in the freezer section that you have to thaw for like
To
2
have a
hours.
discussion with
That
them
that
first.
so that way they had the way they'd be like, oh, you don't instantaneously get to eat, and it's like, no, sit back. In the next 3 hours are gonna be a blast because you're gonna be waiting for this cheesecake and nothing on it. They can't have anything on it. They're not ready. They're not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
That the
No
next
cherry.
3 hours.
That's great.
They'll be like, but do you have whipped cream? No.
Not yet, pal.
I thought of it.
So with the tour for China, what were kind of some of your best and worst memories?
Oh, only good. China was wonderful. Like we could talk for 2 hours about how great China was. Like the coolest thing was like our really good friend, like he set it all up, and so all we had to do was buy plane tickets, and then they took care of us. And so, like, because China is China, he lost his way to communicate with us like 2 weeks before. So we got on the plane and we got off the plane without having any idea if he was going to be there or how we
Wow.
were getting to anywhere. We just kind of went, and we were, because like people always talk about China is like, oh, what's it going to be like when we get off the plane? Is this going to be like crazy, like security stuff?
Right,
And
right, right.
we just walked through everything. Like
They
Wow.
did not care.
they didn't care. Like
Customs was so easy
it
in
was-
China. It was coming back to America.
America was
Mhm.
awful, and then China was just like, "Hey, you guys are here. Go on through." But
Everything at the time, because we've been told like post COVID things have changed a little bit, but at the time everything kind of felt like the Wild West. So it was like we just get to do these shows, these punk shows, until the government's like, nah, we don't want you to do this anymore. But like for the most part, it was like everything is almost DIY there, almost every business or whatever. So it always feels like it's like under the radar. Um, from what we experience, I'm sure there's certain things that are like government regulated or but for them, even like buying stuff on the streets, everything felt like that's why there's so much bootleg stuff. It's just like you get a space, you sell whatever you want to sell and stuff like that.
we
But
got the Pee-wee's Netflix
Holiday.
Pee-wee's
Big holiday.
there, and because we were worried we were going to miss it, but they already had it in like this little store on a Blu-ray, like
Like the day
it
came
came
on
out.
Netflix.
And so we bought it. We can't play it here, but
It's a
we-
nice souvenir.
we have it. We got to watch it there. Also, we got to play at a school there. So the friend who set it up, he's in a band called Round Eye, and he's a teacher, few of them were teachers at the time, and so we got to go into his school and play for his kids, and they had learned
Third graders, I think.
one of our songs, and they played it back to us, and it was like,
Oh wow,
so
that's
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
And I will say, everyone warned us, oh, just be careful with street food. Be careful with street food. All the street food was amazing.
Those
it was
people
the
were-
best food.
That was the most delicious.
Oh, that's really neat. Yeah, I think I would have tried everything too. Why not?
Yeah.
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 Especially, I mean, we take our chances with street food trucks around here. I imagine it's the same.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm always impressed by how well traveled the like DIY punk bands are. Like, we'll interview more serious bands, and they'll be like, "We'd love to get out of Denmark someday," you know. But then,
Mhm.
like, you guys have been everywhere, you know, and you're not the first ones we've talked to. Oh, we've been to New Zealand, we've been to China, we've been to wherever, you know. And I think I don't know, it's more like a mindset where if you're more DIY and you're just out there to just whether you're playing to 10 people or 100 or 1,000 people, you know, I think that opens things up, you know, it
Mhm.
seems that way.
We've been lucky to have really good friends. So like our friends in Daikaiju like have set us up with their friends, and they've traveled. So like we met Round Eye, and then Round Eye was like, "Oh, you come to China, and people say things like that to us, not knowing that we're the band that's like,
We're gonna
okay,
do it.
we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paid us, we're
that's great.
coming.
You made a mistake, pal, because now it's gonna happen.
The same. We went just toward France. Same amount of time we were in China, so we got to see a lot of France. Our friend's band in Rewinder, and it was like they did everything. It was like they're our tour managers for that time, so they're doing all these things.
They
for
were
us.
so sweet. They like sat in
Yeah.
the front of the little van and they made us sandwiches out of the baguette from the gas station. Like baguettes were everywhere, and they were all so good.
But basically, if anyone wants to book us, we will come
Yeah,
and play.
yeah.
So yeah.
Compliments they work on us.
Hey, they don't even have to compliment us.
They'll
If
show
they,
up.
They book
They'll
us,
be
we're
like,
going.
I hate that band. We'll still show up.
Yeah, it'd be
throw in
nice
a couple
if they did.
So you're gonna hit the road with metric tons soon.
Yeah.
Is there a song that fans always scream for when you're on the road, and one that gives you a hell yeah feeling every time you kick off live?
No, no.
I'm saying, Louisville.
People usually scream, "Oh, are you done yet? Oh, how much longer?"
Yeah.
Louisville, they like Lunchbox.
Yeah.
And Toy Gun, I think. Because we went on a tour with friends from Louisville, and it felt like those were the songs they glommed onto.
Yeah.
A lot of people used to ask for Let's Kiss.
Yeah.
But that's because there was someone came to one of our shows and just filmed one of our songs, and then they didn't like the quality of the video they got, and they're like, "Can we come to another show and actually like plan to film you?" It's like, "Yeah, that'd be amazing." And so then they filmed Let's Kiss, and then so it's a live video, and right at the beginning of being a band too, and so a lot of people watched that at the beginning. So that's one that got asked.
Yeah.
For.
What about ones that we love to play?
Ones that we love to play. I don't know. I really like playing Gagging on Glue. That one's a lot of fun for me.
I like playing Shake, Shake, Shake a lot.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I think Ugly Sisters is a fun live one because I think there's like good empty moments to do fun performance-y stuff.
That's because JR used to bring that one up, so I always think of that one being in when it's like, oh, time to think of a song. That's one I think of.
And we don't have set lists. We just come up with what song to do on the moment. And so sometimes you get in the car and you're like, how could we not play that one?
Like, because we also love the White Stripes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no set list for us.
Well, Well, sadly, I noted Baltimore was not on your tour, but maybe someday we
We
can
would
catch
love
out
to
there.
go
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Our one or was it not Baltimore?
I
It was
we
it was
had
close
played
to Baltimore.
Our transmission went out one time when we were in New York, and we had to cancel. I think it was maybe Baltimore.
No, it
It
was
was
Boston.
Boston. Oh,
That was the
okay.
only time that we got booked in Boston.
Yeah, we've had some trouble in New England in general being able to find shows. So we would usually just go. We had a person in New York that we would always play shows, but like getting stuff around it was sometimes hard for us.
Yeah.
So
Is there something that you've done where you have certain fans that are like Motorhead Ace of Spades, like that's your only song, and you're like, we've done a lot since then. Do you have any of that where people are caught in the past and they keep bringing up one thing you did
we'll
years
bring up
ago?
Room 21 stuff sometimes.
I mean,
Is that what
more,
it is? Okay.
more towards the beginning of this band,
Mhm.
people were like, "Oh, play a Room 21 cover," and
Mhm.
it's like we just did.
And Chris will still do that. It's the only reason I thought
Yeah.
of it is we have a friend we've been playing with forever, and he'll be like, "Did you play this?" And we're like, "We already played it, and you didn't even notice." So, I don't. I wouldn't say, and again, like she said at the beginning, maybe "Let's Kiss." Maybe they felt like that was our big song at the time, and just because someone made like a
Yeah, they
really
made a really good.
professional, good live video of it, so it was like that's the song they glommed onto. Not to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
it's not a good song, but it's just
Right.
I would say those were kind of the. I would say people. I don't think that people are like, oh, only the old stuff for us necessarily, but
We
sometimes.
we wanted to make a point to have all different types of bands on the show between, you know, all different genres, and just make sure that they're interesting. And I thought it would be funny and goofy after we had been doing the show for about a year. Let's see if we can get Dot Wiggin from the Shags on the show. And
Oh.
we
We
did.
did.
Oh.
And it's the most popular video we've ever done. At this point, I'm so tired of people commenting. They love it so much they talk to her through the comments. They're like,
Oh.
"You're my greatest inspiration." I'm like, she's not seeing this, right? I
Yeah.
mean, she's not. But like, it's one of those where when we look at the show analytics, we automatically like, all right, 163 views on Dot Wiggin. Let's take that out because that's obvious.
Even
Yeah.
we
I
have
never expected that to be so popular, but just
we have a short TikTok on it. It
that blew up.
went nuts. Went absolutely nuts.
60
I
seconds.
have
Yeah.
felt like hip kids have started to really glom on to the Shags, so
Yeah, I
I
think
could
so.
see that being the reason.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think for a while a lot of people weren't ever talking about them, so I think it's like this resurgence of, oh yeah, this band was like a big deal
Yeah.
to Kurt
And
Cobain.
I don't think there's any other interviews of her at all online.
Oh.
Like I didn't think about that either, dumbass. Like there's
Well, that's a
I
good thing for
actually
you.
went and
Yeah.
looked through to try to find another interview and I couldn't find any. And I'm like, well, there it is.
Mhm.
So yeah, so we might always live under the shadow of, that podcast that interviewed the Shags, like because that's what I wanted to be remembered as, so.
Yeah.
Falling on deaf ears.
Okay, Deaf Ears 1 is the reissue of the album from Belonging, Hollow Cells. The blastula is that hollow sphere of rapidly dividing cells that forms at the very start of life, empty, evolving, and ready to become something unpredictable. On their debut full-length, Belonging feels like they're assembling their own creature just as quickly. Born in the upper Midwest, but gestated in Portland's underground, this trio offers up something part born, part Frankenstein, a sonic organism as rare as hen's teeth. Across 9 tracks, the runtimes swing as wildly as the stitched-together styles. Most cuts land in the tight 2 to 4 minute zone, but 2 stretch into the toothier 6 to 8 minute explorations. A doom current pulses through its spine, riffs that sometimes drop like a meat grinder, other times hanging suspended like a Fata Morgana mirage on the horizon.
The layered all-band vocals can drift in warm and hazy, but elsewhere the pub rock vibe gets punted straight into traffic, the gang vocals morphing into something sharp, urgent, and a bit punk irritated. All of it rides atop post-metal drumming, a handful of grunge-era hooks, a killer bass line, and enough gnarled riffing to seal that doomy, caramel-thick center. The epic 8-minute closer, Heir Apparent, really showcases the band's flexor muscles. It kicks off with Shane Heelman's tight as a watchin' cotton rhythm section, steady drums hitting hard, and with oh so deadly precision. While Bryce August lays down a pulverizing loping riff that keeps everything taut and tense. The gang vocals surf the guitar's momentum, rising and falling together. Underneath it all, the bass of Jeremy Hansen drags deep vibrations, transferring chord changes with steady, deliberate churn of someone making butter by hand.
Slowly, the guitar snakes out like a hazy line of smoke, illuminated randomly by stage lights as it travels, dissipating after a time a la shoegaze. Mid-track, the riff slow and dissonance creeps in. The drums drop away, leaving a slow, almost meditative guitar melody that cycles patiently before erupting into a sudden squall of notes. As the drums start to tap back in, cymbals sizzling. The section lingers, like chocolate decadently dissolving on the tongue. August's guitar eventually crinkles into tremolos as the cymbals and kick drum build relentlessly toward the track's climax, before finally collapsing. The original guitar line reemerges, alone, fragile and twisting, floating over an ominous mechanical whir.
Some of my favorite moments hit when the band really flips into beast mode, like on Buzzkill. August spins a whirling dervish of loping guitar riffs, while Hansen's bass slinks underneath, adding seductive, wiggling pulses to the verses. Heelman's drums keep a steady kick drum gallop, cymbals sprinkling like a constant metallic drizzle. Vocals start off layered in detached grunge-style restraint, but by the time the riffs bunch into taut little bursts for the chorus, the vocals explode into a staccato mob, shouting in perfect counterpoint to the riff assault. Let's play a clip. This is Buzzkill.
Ceiling kicks off with Heilman unleashing a rollicking drum solo. August's guitar soon bursts in with quick, darting blasts like someone's rushing in, wagging their tongue, Bud Light What's Up style. Then sprinting back out, leaving the drums pounding solo again. The kick drum strikes in fours, tag teaming with the guitar dance-off style. Vocals erupt as a gruff shout. I spent my night sweeping cracks in the ceiling. After a few seconds of cymbal chimes, August's riffs open up, jangly and nimble, before snapping back into the drum guitar tag team, leaping off the top rope in a sonic body slam. As the track winds down, guitar notes fall in quick morose tones while Hansen's bass adds weight, dropping riffs at a rolling cement mixer pace. The vocals culminate in a gruff group chant, hinting at actual ceiling cracks with call and response echoes bouncing across the rhythm, closing the track in tense, thrilling chaos. I think my favorite is the all over the place in the best way possible Birdcatcher that starts with a tremulous hum, soon joined by Hansen's tentative bass burbles and a cowboy deep campfire melodic vocal. It's the addition of Heilman's driving kick thud that cracks the track wide open. Soon August layers in some bright, jangly alt-rock riffing that gives the chorus a 90s pop feel hook that will stick in your head like barnacles clinging to a ship's hull.
The vocal changes up in a light-layered, smooth baritone. By mid-track, the doomier distortion takes over. Now the groaning riffs dropping back a gear, bass notes as thick as black treacle, before the light-pounding kick drum rebounds and Austin pulls out a melody that has its own bounce and swing. Sure to get your pogo dance going. Darkness prevails as Doom Mode returns for the track's end. I love that their Bandcamp page just shrugs and says, indie, noise, punk, emo, whatever. A round band refusing to be pegged into any square hole, and just refusing to pick a lane. Honestly, whatever might be the most accurate description for the past few years anyway. Maybe the whole pandemic meltdown was the mad scientist lighting the strike this monster needed.
Rice August puts it best. We wrote and recorded many of these songs during the COVID quarantine, so there's a sense of alienation, isolation, creeping dread, and a desire to cut silence with noise. Dark stretches of time have a way of turning restless minds into strong creatives. One minute you've got a lonely little thought cell floating out in the void, and the next it's sprouting limbs and ordering Uber Eats. Originally self-released in 2021, this beast is finally getting the spotlight it deserves in its first vinyl pressing. In the metallic gold edition, oh, it'll shine under your Yule tree. You know what to do. The root of belonging is longing, after all, turning an empty space into something worth holding. No extra charge for the creamy Doom Center. Let's play a clip. This is Birdcatcher. Okay, Deaf Ears 2 is the new album from Street Eaters, Opaque, a band with a fascinating history. The Oakland-based trio known as Street Eaters, beyond their cryptic moniker that simultaneously conjures images of homeless vagrants and road saws, or maybe homeless vagrants with road saws, this fabulous, frenetic, and ferocious trio spent over a decade without utilizing a guitar. That's right, the uber-talented singing drummer Megan March crafted all of their early albums with only bassist and occasional singer John No as her yin to her yang. Post-punk with no guitar, that's like a huge, satisfying brat with no mustard. Or try shoveling mouthfuls of sugar dust in your face eating Fruity Pebbles without milk.
I'm curious to hear the old material, but listening to this album and the spry, tight interplay between nose bass, March's drumming and vocals, and the razor-sharp guitar slash of relative newcomer Joan Toledo, it's like they have found their musical destiny. Opaque is 7 quick strikes of deft percussion, restless guitar spunk, commanding bass acumen, and irresistible vocal hooks. These songs pop, shimmer, twist, and fly across hairpin turns. They boil, prance, squall, twist, choke down, and wag a finger at authority. The whole thing's over faster than you can say, "This hot dog is so much tastier with mustard."
Hot spots abound on this short album, so we might as well start with the opener, the pounding Tempers, which finds Toledo and No locked in a groovy workout from the very first note. Guitars throw shimmers, scrunk, and wiggle, while March's drumming offers commanding surf-adjacent rolls and vocal clues. Let's hear a little bit of Tempers.
No Excuse is another tight, bratty, up-tempo blast with deft squiggles from Toledo and a commanding chorus from March. Not an excuse, but it's a reason. This modern post-punk done with accuracy and attitude, and it rules. The hefty, near 6-minute epic, I See You Now, is one of the disc's freakier freakouts, lurching with tribal rolls from March set against dark guitar squalls that unwind into several dissident freakouts. The interplay between the three of them, gorgeously shambolic, strategically haphazard, and ready to fall apart at any moment. It's a rare case when a band hooks you not only with a fabulous sound, but also a curious, unusual backstory. Fans of stuff like Hot Snakes, White Lung, and Wipers should find this one a must-hear. Hey, come to think of it, wouldn't an olive go really well in that martini? Let's play a clip. This is No Excuse.
Deaf Ears 3 is the new album from Moving Target's Red Eyes. Add these Massachusetts-based alt-rockers to the long list of bands that flew under my radar for decades. The band is Moving Targets, and their latest album, Red Eyes, is their 9th studio album since forming during the early Reagan years. They dish up 10 songs in the pop-friendly, hook-laced 3 to 4 minute range, all delivered with the band's signature, unhurried, melodic, informed style. Singer-guitarist Kenny Chambers creates beds of gentle, lapping guitar oscillations with scruffy power chords that anchor his colorful, angst-crusted vocal style, while drummer Emilien Catalano hits them thangs just a little harder than he needs to, and bass player Vez Dibalt underpins the whole thing with a stout and warm buzz. It's a sound that rests comfortably and confidently between punk aggression and melodic introspective rock and roll, obviously from years of honing a particular style.
Superficial World is one of the disc's stronger cuts that finds the guitar and bass piling in crisses and crosses after a Catalino bomblet to kick things off. Chambers delivers lines like, "Too much television right through my head," as the riffing clamps down for the shared chorus with some chord slash and clattery rolls. Chambers offering a brief hooky lead to close things out. Let's play a clip. This is Superficial World.
Too much television shot a hole right through my head. All the double vision shot a hole right through my head.
Lost and Found finds a clungy Neil Young adjacent set of guitar chords to open things up, moving quickly into the chorus and amid Chambers' punkish percolations. Nine Lives shares the intro spotlight with Thibault as Castellino picks up the pace for one of the more aggressive tracks on the album. Less bubble, more crunch. The album includes not one, but 2 instrumental tracks, the 3+ minute opener Red Eyes, and the noodly King Zen, which allows both Chambers and Thibault to trade off wails, melodies, and burbles with gusto.
Surface may be the disc's strongest moment and one of the longest cuts on the album at nearly 5 minutes. The riff tone is gold, the tempo creeping, the lyrics slow and deliberate, and when we get to the chorus of "Poison makes you strong, I'm going to spin around in a circle, I don't want to pull you under," the musicianship of these 3 shines uber imminent. These guys were there when nobody could get enough of Evan Dando, when Soul Asylum sold enough records to fill a giant warehouse, when crafting the opening song to Friends or Party of Five seemed to be everybody's goal. These guys were there, and it shows. At any rate, for fans of alt-rock or punk in the vein of the Smithereens, Love and Rockets, or even later Ramones, they need to take a gander at Red Eyes. The band's commitment to pushing forward at this point is downright inspirational. Optic rock, it could be huge still. Let's hear a little Surface.
Lost in the atmosphere, I turned away the noise, drowning your eyes so clear. Poison makes.
Okay. So, question.
Yes.
How is it that Slugworth would automatically, magically appear whenever someone opened a golden ticket? How did he know? I mean, especially with Charlie, because it's like 5 minutes later.
Some kind of pneumatic tube that delivered him
I
that.
must have had like a Learjet on call or something. I mean, it's a little hard to swallow that one. Yeah.
Although we were saying we only like the Gene Wilder version. We can't do
I can't even bring
the
myself to watch this.
And I like Johnny Depp, but
Yeah.
I just can't.
Amber Heard's husband, I like that guy. Yeah.
This has been the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast. Special thanks to Mr. Clit and the Pink Cigarettes for appearing on the show. Snaggletooth theme courtesy of Jens Kemgren of the Firebombs. Deaf Ears theme by Tim Green of the Fucking Champs. Season 4 artwork courtesy of KC Angel. You can find his crazy artwork at KC Angel Art on Instagram. Deaf Ears bands include Belonging, street eaters, and red eyes. All content 2025, the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast.
There is no life I know to compare with flying off the...
This is the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast.